Well, hello. Thank you all for stopping by. Glad to see the chat already talking. It's awesome. So, today, we're going to be playing 2 hours of Ocarina of Time. Mainly because it's the only game I have for the Nintendo 64. There's a long story behind that, and we'll tell a little bit of that right away. So, the last system that we checked was the Sony PlayStation. I played on that PlayStation forever, but I also had, at the time, a Sega Saturn. I had the 3DO, and I bought a Nintendo CDI, Philips CDI. I always call everything Nintendo everything. The Nintendo PlayStation, the Nintendo Nomad. So I had a bunch of different consoles. I had the 3DO, I had the Philips CDI, Sega Saturn, Sony PlayStation, and I realized I was throwing out a lot of money for systems that I only had 1 or 2 games for. So I decided after the Sony PlayStation, actually for the Sega Saturn, because I got the Saturn after the PlayStation. Actually, no, it was the Philips CDI, because I bought that and sold it the very same day. I bought the CDI, lost my job later that afternoon, sold it back for money. Man, that was a bad day. All around, picking up the Philips CDI was a bad idea. I made a rule after that every console that I wanted to buy at that point had to have 5 games for it before I picked it up. And the next consoles that came out were the Nintendo 64, and I think that's really it. The Dreamcast came out after the 64. So I didn't pick up the 64 right off the bat. I wasn't a huge Zelda fan yet. If I was, I may have picked it up, but I didn't pick up the Nintendo 64 because I couldn't find 5 games for it that I wanted. And this started an actual decline in my gaming world. I began buying less and less consoles. I think the last console I bought before the Wii was the Dreamcast, and then after that I stopped. So with that 5 game rule. The Nintendo 64 is only a recent pickup. I picked it up about 5 years ago. A friend of mine gave me a gift certificate for, I think it was $60 at a local game shop. And when I went down there, I bought the Nintendo 64 and got $5 back. They didn't even give me store credit. They gave me $5 in cash. Because it was $50 plus tax, I believe, and it was only $55. So it was a brand new system. I figured, well, if I got the system, I should probably pick up a game for it. And I saw what they had, and they had Majora's Mask. I'm like, I want Majora's Mask. It's in the gold cart and everything. And they said, great. If you buy this, though, you need the memory expansion. That's another $75. So 60 plus 70, that's 130, I think. 140, 130. And that was a bit much for me. So I picked up Ocarina of Time instead, which was only $30 in the gray case. And I picked that up at a retro game, Austin Retro Game Expo. And it was really shady looking, but it works. So I picked that up. And that's why I only have the Ocarina of Time as the 1 game for the Nintendo 64 I have. Most everything else, however, is... I do have other Nintendo 64 games, but they're mostly emulated on Nintendo Switch, or not even Switch. On Wii and Wii U have them. I just haven't had the chance to actually go out and... I want to pick up Majora's Mask and the Jumper Pack. Maybe a few other games. Conker's Bad Fur Day has me very curious, just because how bad it was. When I was working at Nintendo, our database for that had this wonderful note saying, Nintendo does not advertise Conker's Bad Fur Day. We have no advertisements for it. This is on purpose. But that's kind of where we are right now. So I've only actually turned on this Nintendo 64 3 times since I picked it up, and today will be the longest I've actually used it. So we might as well just get to it, shouldn't we? Not a bad idea. Enough story time for today. Its chat's already up. You like the new chat? It's dark now. Doom 64. Holy cow! Really? I actually have Doom 64. I have that on Nintendo Switch. This is also only the first time I've ever played Ocarina of Time on 64 hardware. The Play All the Zelda's Quests versions were on Nintendo 3DS. I have played the 64 version of Majora's Mask, but I played it emulated on the Wii U, on the Virtual Console. Wow, 1998. We've gone from 1977 to 1998. 1973 if you count the Pong machine that I did about a few months before I started these new streams. The Nintendo 64 controller, that 3-prong controller. Oh, right down the cat's butthole. There we go. The Nintendo 64 controller is very strange. But you know what? It works. It's like the worst possible way it should work, but it works. The most inconvenient design for the most convenient way to play. You gonna start on me? There we go. I did delete this. This came with games already on it. I did delete this one because the guy didn't get very far, but I don't know who Kristen and Garrett are, but they're pretty far in the game, so I decided to save it. No, so the 3-prong controller, I understand what they were doing with it. Basically, it's 2 controllers merged into 1 controller. So if you hold the controller by the 2 left prongs, you have a digital D-pad on your left along with a shoulder pad. You have a right shoulder button in the Z button, and you have an analog stick for camera control, which is kind of neat. But then, if you hold on the left and the full right prongs, you have an old school Super Nintendo controller. You have the digital D-pad, you have the 2 shoulder buttons, and you have a 6-button layout. Now, if you hold the middle one and the right one, you have an analog stick control, where you have a full Super Nintendo set up with the A, B, and the camera buttons and the shoulders, and then the analog stick. So it was like they tried to put 2 different controllers together and just kind of smash them up instead of redesigning them. So it makes sense on how it works. It's just the worst possible way for it to work. It's very odd. Hello, Crazy QT. Hello, Pika Powerful. Thanks for stopping by. I hate analog controls. I've always hated analog controls. Can I use the digital for now? Nope. This is a very chunky polygon game. Wow, it looks really bad on my TV. Can you see it on your end? Is it too dark? It looks pretty dark. Where is the color? There it is. Hopefully that's a little brighter. I noticed that the Hapaj has a problem when the screen goes black. It resets like how dark everything gets. It's like it shows normally, and then if the screen goes black for any extended period of time, the darkness just kind of creeps up on it, or the brightness creeps down on it. I've always loved this little video. Hello, former podcaster. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, the my dude thing is awesome. Yes. And the lazy boy needs more sleep. Oh, and something that may end up happening during the stream, the VCR that I'm using is actually broken and has a tape stuck in it on purpose, because if I remove the tape, it just constantly tries to eject nothing. The problem is that it's been randomly starting the tape. That happened to me about 2 times earlier today while I was setting up. So you may end up seeing some bits and pieces of an episode of Ranma 1/2 while we play, and hopefully I'll get that stuck. I get that unstuck. Yay, analog control. Z targeting works. A and B don't do anything except put Navi away. Oh wow, first person view. I didn't know you could do this. Huh. Wow, this game is really... I don't know if it's my TV or what, but this game is just really chunky. I remember it being very low polygon, but... like... it's at a really low resolution compared to the PlayStation. I always like that little picture. Wow, this is really hard to play when you're used to the 3DS controls. Yeah, I've never really liked bilinear filtering, which there was the big thing for the Nintendo 64 was no more jaggies, and I'm like, yeah, but now everything looks like I've got salt in my eyes. One of the reasons, very specifically, that I'm going through a different video card is because the video card, the HD, when you use the old school composite through the Elgato HD, it blurs it, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion. And I'm using the Hauppage because it doesn't blur, and it keeps the interlacing as well. When we finish testing the consoles and we move to more modern systems to play older games, I actually plan to use the Elgato because it's really good for high definition stuff. But the older games, it just blurs like crazy, and I hate that with a passion. One of the reasons, I just recently installed a whole bunch of old DOS games on DOSBox, and it makes me angry that when I play them full screen, it specifically does that bilinear blur to make everything look better. And I'm like, no, give me my full-size pixels. I want jaggies. I want jaggies. Finally, a fairy came to you, my dude. So this is not going to be a speed run or a 100% playthrough. Basically, I'm just going to play it for 2 hours and see where we go. I'm working on it. Although, if you want to see anything in this game, let me know, and I will try it out. This is, like I said, not a speed run or a playthrough. It's just 2 hours of making sure the Nintendo 64 works. Also, I think there's an issue with like the frame rate on this game too, where it's like 20 frames per second. It's a weird number. The Nintendo 64 was an amazing system, but it was also a very strangely put together system. Where's my house? There's my house. So I think the sword is up here. Wow, this is blurry. This is not going well on a big TV screen. Actually, one second here. There, that looks more like what's on my TV. There's a Zelda demo? Or just a demo in general on Nintendo Switch. Oh, I've played that. That is a fun game. I've not gotten anywhere near finishing it, but it is a lot of fun. If you're ever having a bad day, play that, because with one flick of a button, you can kill 500 people. No thanks. Oh boy. Does that rock disappear? Yes, it does. Oh, it's going down there. Okay. I was just panicking too soon. You got a thing. Do I have to equip it? There we go. Readings for chumps. I need 40 rupees to pick up the next shield. Come on, get in there. No, no, I just did it. Thank you. I guess it's one per customer. Reading still for chumps. Ooh, there we go. Who can I loot? Here we go. It says loot the Kokiri treasury. I'm only playing for 2 hours and I'm not saving, so yeah. Let's just loot everything. Let's be the inner jerk, the real jerk that we want to be. I never knew about that overhead, like, over-the-shoulder view. I just thought you got what you got. For some reason, this girl charms me. Just the way she looks after you. I don't know what it is. There's something about that. Let's go get ourselves a shield. Hi, my dude. The game takes on a really chill vibe when everyone calls you my dude. Good to know. Yes, I do. Can you talk faster? Oh yeah, the music in this game is great, and I love Ocarina of Time because a lot of the iconic music that you get in the rest of the series shows up here for the first time. You got a thing. I want to select the item. There we go. Why, is he gonna hurt me? I do. It is. Turns out that if you just walk behind the stone, you can get the sword. That didn't need to be a mystery for 3,000 years or anything. You just go get it. Ah, story of my life. Get moving, bub. Not used to having the sword on the ground. It feels weird. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm going back. Don't go back. Go forward. There he is. Have you seen the pre-release images of the Great Deku Tree? They're pretty amazing. They look almost the same, but they have these lights cascading through the tree tops, and it's a much bigger area. He has a big red nose for some reason. Hello, BB Thumps. Hello, Sci-Fi Monkeys. Hello, Violet TV. Ocarina of Time is it's considered well, now that Breath of the Wild is out, it may have changed, but Ocarina of Time is actually considered the best of the Zelda games, and in some cases the best game of all time. I don't know if that's still true, but it's pretty close. Breath of the Wild, in my opinion, Breath of the Wild is better. Ocarina of Time is very, very, very good, though. My personal favorite is Twilight Princess. Nope, goodbye. What happens if I say no? I can say no, because I'm not playing this to play. I'm playing this for just testing. I give up. I give up. Can I still, go in there, though? Or do I actually have to leave? There we go. I'm 12. I don't have much wisdom to begin with. Majora's Mask is amazing. It is totally, its own Zelda game. And I love the darkness of it all. The time limit freaked me out to begin with, but it went away. But I absolutely love Majora's Mask for being something different and yet still being Zelda. And the way that they pull off the grief and the darkness of it all is really, really wonderful. I especially love going to the moon and having going through the trials and having, characters ask you, are your friends really your friends, or are they just happy to be around you because you have stuff? Weird little things like that. This is one of my favorite pieces of music. I almost used this as the opening for the stream. This one in the Forest Temple. Got used to having the sword on A or B. Yeah, the Zelda series is... I'm not a big fan of fantasy. I never have been. But the Zelda series is one of the few fantasy series that I've ever been able to get into simply because it's... I don't really consider it... Can I get that? Kind of use it. I don't consider it fantasy. I consider it an action puzzler with fantasy elements. It feels very Tomb Raider to me, which is probably one of the reasons why I got into it. I played Zelda 2 back in the 80s, and it apparently got to the very... I got right up to the end without knowing it, and I really didn't enjoy it. And then I played Skyward Sword because I was working at Nintendo at the time, and it intrigued me, so I picked it up and played it, and really enjoyed it because of the action puzzler stuff, so... Kind of wish I'd gotten into Ocarina of Time when it came out. It depends. I mean, Skyward Sword has a lot of areas where you go back in time and you see that there was high technology at one point. And it's kind of nice. I mean, it's not terrible. What am I trying to do? Age of Calamity is a weird world, and it's also Breath of the Wild is like that as well. It's very much post-apocalyptic, where it's people who have lost technology discovering that technology. How do I get the sword? How do I get the shield out? Anyone remember how to actually equip the shield? I always thought it was R. Oh, maybe I have to pull out the sword. That's right. There we go. Come on, lock on. There you go. Well, no, that didn't do a damn thing. I'm supposed to knock this back in a minute. It's not R targeting. How do you... There it is. That's what it is. Okay, hold down the R button. Unless you jump from really high up. Yeah, I was gonna say. I have not played any of the Master Quest. I specifically have gone out of my way not to play those. The idea being that once I finish the Prime Quest on a lot of these games, I'm done. And from what I've heard, Master Quest is just kind of a remix of this. So I haven't played it. Oh, I never finished my discussion thing. Yeah, Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword both have this feeling of like post-apocalyptic civilizations discovering previous technology, and I like that. And that's one of the things that Breath of the Wild does, is that it genuinely feels like a civilization that's been completely destroyed, and not by the Guardians, but like something else earlier than that, that's finding all this technology and bringing it back to life. I like that there was a big thing, speaking of Master Quest, future podcaster, there was a big rumor mill for like 30 years that when the Nintendo 64 disk drive came out, there was going to be a new version of Zelda, which they were planning it. That would have been a lot harder and be a complete different quest and everything. And then we got Master Quest, and everyone at Nintendo was saying Master Quest was the planned Nintendo 64 disk drive version, and no one believed them. For years and years, no one believed them. And in the last year or so, a whole bunch of data has leaked out about what they were planning for the 64, and it turns out they're exactly right. It was always going to be the Master Quest. It wasn't anything extra. The Master Quest is exactly what we were supposed to get for 64. Dee Dee. Maybe I will play them now that I've played all the Zelda's quests. I'm planning... So what I plan to do is every couple of years, and I'm actually switching that up to 10 years now because there's just a whole bunch of games. Every 5 years or so, I was planning to play all the Zelda games because I love them. I love every last one of them. And I played them all in 2012 to 2014, and then I just did it again from 2018 to 2020. I think, though, I'm going to push it back 10 years, to play them all again, just because there's so many of them. But I'll play them when they come out. Like the new Skyward Sword that's coming out, I plan to stream that. Mainly because the Skyward Sword stream that I did originally was back when I had really terrible internet and I didn't know what I was doing. So it's a really crappy stream. I'm hoping that redoing it with Nintendo Switch will actually be a lot of fun. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm really actually looking forward to Ocarina of Time. Not Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword. Thunk. I actually love Skyward Sword, but I was one of the few people who could actually play it. It was also really weird to stream because I was standing up when I was doing it and like swinging my sword like an actual real sword. music. You got a thing. Come on. I'm glad the 3DS version gives you a reticle. I will admit I'm looking at a walkthrough, though. Figure out where I'm going. Also, to play all the Zelda's quest, I looked at the walkthrough for much more than I let on. Because Zelda Dungeon has some really good walkthroughs. That's not the sword. Thank you. Spider skull. Spider skull. That's the thing. Spider skull does. How about locking onto that thing? How about locking onto that thing? Thank you. Oh! That's not what I wanted. Hearts? Now sounds like a good time to save. Just in case. Who wants to give me some hearts? Those guys are only going to give me Deku seeds. You know what? I think the next thing I need to do is actually defeat a boss, so... Usually they give you a bunch of hearts before that. Is there a heart over here? No, there isn't. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Oh, I gotta go all the way up to the top again, don't I? Crap. Another heart! Another heart! Thank you. Are you... You aimed, and then you just... There we go. Wow, this game goes by fast. We're already an hour in. We may not actually get very far in this. Okay, jump. Supposed to go right through. Back up. Thankfully, the enemies don't respawn. There we go. Oh, hey, this has the Crescent and Star version still. I wonder if it's got the Fire Temple chanting. Okay, there's a door there. Got it. Wrong thing. Cameras needs a lot to be desired in this. I guess the camera has a lot to be desired in all Zelda games. The number one enemy I've had in Zelda games is the camera. Two, three, one. Let's write that down. Bye. Oh, is it the same code every time? Thank you, I was all geared up to jump in the water. Am I supposed to do a thing? Thought I was supposed to do a thing there. Oh! Oh my. That's a thing. Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to get up here. Hurry, 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 hurry. There we go. Listen! That was way more dramatic than it needed to be, Link. Way more dramatic. Hey, Spectre. Thanks for stopping by. Die. I keep hearing a Skulltilla. Oh, I gotta do them both. There's two. Hello, Commander Root. I believe you are a bot. If you're not, let me know. That's what I'm hearing. Ah, thank you. Actually, I'm going to be right back. Do-do-do-do-do. Not a bad idea to save right now. I'll be right back. So I figure what we'll do, since this isn't like an arcade game where we can just finish, wherever we are at the 2-hour mark, that's where we'll start to finish up. If we're in a dungeon at that point, we'll finish the dungeon, and if we're doing a puzzle, we'll finish the puzzle. I killed him with a burning stick. Can't talk. Can't talk. Moving. Actually, now that I'm playing the Nintendo 64, I can see where the mindset for the GameCube controller came from, of having a do something button and a do something else button. Like, everything's contextual. Ah, yeah, the ticking noises are the torches. They're crackling. Heart, please. Heart, please. Heart, please. Thank you. I think these are the brothers, aren't they? Yeah. What was it? 2, 3, 1. So just gotta wait. I guess I gotta hurt him all before he gets done. This is not going well. That's okay. I know I failed this. That's fine. I just need you all to unlock so I can do this again. Thank you. Okay, that's 2. You. 3. 1. There we go. How irritating. Oh, I never thought to target them. You're right. I still think that targeting and shielding are 2 different things. That you can't combine them. I swear I've played this game before. I've played it twice. I swear. You can be a backseat player. Backseat playing is totally allowed. Totally allowed, because you might actually bring up something that I don't know. I mean, as it is, I'm looking through a walkthrough just to get through this right now. But yeah, backseat gaming, totally okay. Goma! Come on, get in front. Ow. Target! Targeting is way different in this game. This is a lot harder than the 3DS version. The analog stick isn't near as precise as motion control. What's the question? Oh, I love that sound. Yeah, the downside to playing Ocarina of Time on Nintendo 64, when you start with the 3DS, is that the 3DS fixes a lot of problems. And even things that weren't really a problem, it makes better. So playing the Nintendo 64 version is a little weird for me. Like, the Z targeting works kind of strange compared to the motion control and the analog is a little more chunky than the 3DS is. Oh man, the Iron Boots. I'm not. Thankfully, I'm not gonna get as far as the Water Temple, but the Iron Boots. I've heard so many nightmares about that. Sure, tell us the cutscene. Yeah, now it's time to sit back and take a break. It's story time. Skyward Sword Law. Oh, right, gotta press a button to move. Continue the story. Three golden grams descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. My computers are named after this. My main computer is Din. My laptop is Nehru. And my phone is Furore. My parents' computer at home is Ravio. My work computer was Hilda for a while there. I recognize those names. I actually named them on purpose. Din is power, and so Din is my main computer, which does everything. Nehru is the goddess of art, and because my original laptop, not the one that I have now, but the one before, was originally designed to be an art system. It was a tablet with touchscreen for doing art that failed miserably. I named it Nehru. And Furore is the goddess of information in one of the other games. Goddess of knowledge. And that's my phone, because I'm always looking stuff up on the phone. My parents is Ravio, because it's in the alternate universe world of Texas. My main computer was Hilda because it's the queen of someplace else, or my work computer, yeah. When I left Nintendo, the place that I was working after that, it was somewhere else, which is the alternate universe Hyrule logo. Before I got into Zelda, everything was Big O. It was like Big O, Big Venus. R. Dorothy was the phone. Oh, and my work group for all my computers, because I actually have a in-room network. Everything in the house is wireless, but I preferred wired, so I have one router that is acting as a bridge, and then everything in here is wired. The work group for that is Skyloft from Skyward Sword. In fact, the other day I found a file that had a permission on it called Norman, and I was like, when did I use Norman as a computer name? It was a big O name. It was my my old file server. Can we close his mouth before he dies? That's really embarrassing looking. Not something original, something I stole from a meme somewhere. And I did that for the Link's Awakening stream that I did for 24-hour game day. I named him My Dude, and the Marin Link exchanges were adorable, with her saying "my dude" all the time. My dude. Free firewood. Bye. Didn't do it on purpose. Bye. Aww. Well, once you get trapped into an alternate universe where you'll never die and just constantly just pray for my health, sure. Have my stomach. I will for the 10 minutes I actually own the ocarina. Bye. So another thing that came out of the big leaks was the original Hyrule field, which was gigantic compared to this one, and this one's pretty big. And a weird, like, four-walled castle, too. Right smack in the middle. Press start to enter the subscreens. Does that actually make it faster? It feels like it does, but it's that little pause at the end. I'm working on it, Navi. I am doing it. I am doing it right now. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Music stopping. I gotta make the drawbridge. Yay, I don't have to wait. Little puppy. I don't remember the puppy in the 3DS version. Or the guard. Oh, hi. Okay. Don't care. You have your ghosts. I just like killing jars. What really pisses me off is when I did the Ocarina of Time run for Play All the Zelda Quests, I missed a Gold Skulltula somewhere and didn't know till the end. So I wasn't sure which one I missed. One of the weird things that they found in the Giga Leak was an early version of this specific screen that was exactly the same, except it had a lamp right here. Just kind of odd they did that. Hi. You ain't from round here, are ya? We got both kinds of music here, country and western. Okay, no Malon. Now go back. I don't think I've usually in the market at night. There we go. There she is. Well, it is like 3 in the morning. Come on. Are those guards? I can't tell. The miracle of life. Good to know. I've always loved the little, like, bird sound. The beginning of that. You're not kidding about nearsighted. He is. Very regularly threatened by chickens. Because players couldn't leave the chickens alone. They made a punishment for if you start smacking them down. I am genuinely, like I said, I've never really played Nintendo 64 games on Nintendo 64 hardware. And I'm very disappointed in the graphical fidelity of it. I mean, look at how thick the pixels are on the fences. I mean, sure, it was amazing for 1996, but the PlayStation was already doing better graphics, and it came out before the 64. And the 64 is supposedly more powerful. This planet rotates really fast. And Ocarina of Time wasn't one of the first games. It came out, like, towards the middle of the 64 life cycle. But then again, I am playing this 64 on a giant television that's blowing everything up to like 52 inches, so maybe I'm seeing more than I'm supposed to. Because looking at the monitor screen that I have for the stream, it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too good. Doesn't look too bad. Hello, Liz. Hello, Arabs. Hello, Havis 2, Idalara, Sci-Fi Monkeys, thanks for stopping by. Let's get out of here, Scooby! Chicken mini boss. Okay, Castle Gates. It's not hard, it's just tedious. I usually get caught at these sneaky games pretty badly. Plus you can't change the, you can't change the, camera. We don't need rupees. We're not playing. We're not playing for rupees. Ah! That's right, Jen. You can actually use the analog controls to walk slowly instead of just pushing it all the way to the end like you do with every single analog game. These guards are useless. There's Super Mario. I think Peach is back there too. Yeah, there's Peach in the middle and Yoshi. Cutscene! I'm someone who snuck in past your guards and could have killed you. You need better security. Like a 7-year-old kid got past you all. I'm from a forest. So, there were two streamers that I watched before I started streaming that I really enjoyed. One of them is still streaming and he goes by the name Annie Austin. The other one does not. And they both had a game together where they played Ocarina of Time. And that stream was called Two People Playing Games. They've ruined something from Ocarina of Time for me. And I'm going to ruin it for you. And that's the fact that everyone in this game has 3-layer cake hands. Their hands are made of 3-layer cakes. Tell me that that's not true. Look at that hand there and tell me that it's not a 3-layer cake. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to really just enjoy that. Enjoy that. To really sink it in and ruin it for you. And then one day I'll ruin Star Wars for you all. You know what it is, Dean. I've ruined Star Wars for you years ago. It involves the Imperial March and a certain set of lyrics. That once you hear those lyrics, you will never not hear those lyrics, and Star Wars is forever ruined for you. Say it! Say it, Zelda! Say it! Say it! Yes! I will keep it a secret to everyone. It's a secret to everyone. You know, it's really weird. I'm playing this game, and I genuinely am just, like, enthralled by it right now. I mean, the other games that I did in the stream, I enjoyed playing them, and they were a lot of fun, but this one I'm just, like, I'm sitting here and enjoying the journey. It's one of the reasons why I think Ocarina of Time is one of the best games of all time, is that it's very engrossing. It grabs you, keeps you in. It is not. The Triforce appears in the very first... One piece of the Triforce appears in the first game. A second piece appears... I think in the second game. And then in A Link to the Past, all three pieces show up. I think. I'm not sure about Zelda 2 now that I think about it. But it is the first appearance of, like, the lore behind the Triforce. Why it's important. That's great. He's got himself a nose. Yeah, they're beautiful. They're really well directed. I also love how they're rendered in real time. They're not pre-rendered visuals, and so one of the problems I had with Tekken was that everything looked so blocky, and then suddenly you'd get a full motion video that was just miles better than the actual game itself. It really pops me out of immersion for that. Sure, why not? He wants to be the master of matter. Look at those cake hands. Vanilla cake with chocolate frosting. Okay. All right. I actually made an old school DOS gaming machine. It was a Pentium 2 at 233 megahertz, and I named her Impa. And she was my DOS machine for a very long time, just to play DOS games. I finally it broke down right away because it was so old. I finally just threw everything on DOSBox literally like 2 days ago for something special. We'll be seeing that pretty soon. Something very special. It's another version of Mortal Kombat 2. No, it's not that. Although I do have Mortal Kombat 2 for the PC. I have Mortal Kombat 2 for everything. I have the Game Boy version of Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, I should probably pay attention. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have Mortal Kombat 2. It's weird. Mortal Kombat 2 for the PC plays on a 486 at 33 megahertz, which was my first computer after the PC Junior. And it's arcade perfect. Other than some slight graphical resizing to make it fit the screen, it is absolutely 100% arcade perfect, except that it plays music through the MIDI port. That's it. Everything else is absolutely beautiful. And I got Mortal Kombat 1 that way and Mortal Kombat 2. And I got so into it and was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to go buy Street Fighter. And the Street Fighter port was horrific. It was like the worst port ever. But I'm surprised I managed to squeeze an entire arcade machine into a 486-33 capable PC. What time is it? We've got 4 minutes before the top of the hour. I guess we'll finish up this section and then call it a day. Oh, we're done. We're done with this section on top of that. I'm gonna say that the Nintendo 64 is working. If you want to see the rest of the game, go watch my old Play All the Zelda Quest 2 run of Ocarina of Time. It's only 40 hours long. Oh, you have DMCA too, don't you? Actually, before I close out, I'll throw the link to Ocarina of Time on the stream here. The link to it, anyway. One more for the road. We're gonna do one more thing for the road. One more for the road. More troubles in the world. Your wish is my command. Alright. That's the end of that. Give me a second, I'll pull up the... what do you call it? The Play All the Zeldas quest, Ocarina of Time. Link and paste it in real quick. I actually have the entire Zelda run on my YouTube. So if you want to see all the Zelda games played, they're all there, except for Four Sword. And only because I don't have anything specific to, what's the word? To stream that with. There you go. So click on that link if you want to see the rest of Ocarina of Time. That's the 3DS version, all 40-some hours of it. I think we are, that said, done though. Let's save the game, just because we should probably save it, just in case we ever decide to do this again next year. There's a good chance it could still be the only game that I have. Did it save? I don't know if it's saved or not. I didn't get a confirmation. Saved? Would you like to save? Yes. There we go. And we're done. So, now that we're done, some quick news as to what we will be doing. I have decided... Sorry, Liz, if you're still here. I've decided that so much is going on behind the scenes right now. Things are kind of heating up on the job front that I don't really have a lot of time or energy to set up the art stream like I want to do. I would still like to do it someday, but I don't think it's going to be part of these tests. I've had to push it back so many times already that I'm just not, I want them to happen. Just, it may not right now. That said, next week... Let me set up my TV here so I can actually hear what I'm doing. There we go. Next week, we're going to be working on the Sega Dreamcast. That'll be the next one to do. There will be a vote up for Sega Dreamcast games because I've got quite a few of those. I'm hoping that Ripping Riders will be one of the games that gets played, because you can pull up, we'll pull up some save data from 1997, which is still on the flashcards. As I said, Dean, I hope it wins, but it'll be up for vote. Next week will be the Sega Dreamcast. The week after that, which will, right after, well, actually not the week after that. So next week, the 28th, will be the Sega Dreamcast. April 1st, we're going to do something a little bit strange, and it depends on where I am at that point right now. We will either have 1 game or 3 games. There's no pranks, no fools, just something a little different that we're going to be doing. Depending on if things go well, we'll do all 3 games. If things go less well, which isn't to say badly, just less well, we will do 1 game. But that will be Thursday. I haven't decided a time for that yet because it's going to be one of those things where I won't know until the 29th whether we can do 1 game or 3 game. But we're definitely doing something fun that day. That'll be the not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday after the Dreamcast stream. I hope you'll enjoy it. It took a lot of work to get it done, but we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. That said, thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me. We'll talk with you all later. See you next week. And thanks for stopping by. What happened to my font? My font is gone. The font was working a minute ago. I had a really nice font and everything, and it's gone. What the heck? Boogers. Do you know how hard it was to find the Dreamcast font? OBS, you have disappointed me. Can I fix that? Can I fix that at all? Oh, it's not installed. You make me sad, OBS. You make me sad. Oh, well. It'll all be set up for next week.